I did a video on Michael Saylor a week or two ago. I talked about many things, including him encouraging Elon Musk and many other companies to get into cryptocurrency, of course, at the top, at the peak. And I mean, the guy is just a lunatic, and I believe he's committing fraud. And I can't understand how he's not been sanctioned by the SEC. Think about it for a second. You're taking firm capital, money that's, shareholders own, and you're buying a useless asset with that. Think about that. I don't know how that's legal. I don't know how he's not in jail for doing that. It's very weird to me. Anyway, we come to find out today that this clown is sacked. He's gone. He's gone. They reported earnings, weak earnings, and they reported almost $1 billion loss on the cryptocurrency investment. This is a guy that was telling. I mean, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this Twitter.
It's irresponsible for a publicly traded company to hold billions of dollars of treasury reserve assets in USD or in short-dated sovereign debt.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're wrong. You're a nut.
If the negative real yield is minus 10, 20, or 30%. And right now, if I was a shareholder and I had a company that I was invested in with $100 billion in cash and the S&P went up 34% year over year, I would say that there's a minus 34% negative real yield on the cash. You burned $34 billion in 12 months. So that's really what's important from a shareholder point of view. You got to either give the cash back so that someone else can invest it in the S&P index, or you have to beat the index. And when you do that, you should do that with transparency and I think and integrity, and we did that.
You hear that, folks? You hear that? Maybe at first glance, for some of you who have a finance background or understanding, maybe you say that makes sense. I say bullshit. It's kind of like when people say, "Oh well, I'm losing money on inflation. My money's not working for me. I'm losing money. It's being inflated away." That's bullshit. People who invest money because they're afraid they're losing the value because of inflation, they're not losing the value unless they're in Venezuela, okay, or Argentina, okay? Those are the people that make bad investment decisions. They lose a lot more money. You can lose a lot more money making a bad decision, okay? And Michael Saylor learned that. So he's saying, well, we had cash. It's better to deploy it in Bitcoin. That's what he's saying. And of course, he's not telling you that he also borrowed money to buy more. He borrowed money. He took on debt, which I can't see how that's legal, to buy more Bitcoin. Let's continue.
I think that's a message to Apple. Is what you're trying to send. I'm curious. We got a few more questions about other crypto assets.
The entire crypto ecosystem, it's tech venture capital, and there's a lot of regulatory uncertainty. There's going to be securities issues with the SEC. There's going to be CFTC issues for trading derivatives. There's going to be.
By the way, did you all hear that? Did you all hear that? Anybody that doubted what I said before, and I've said this now for more than 6 years, probably close to 7 years. What have I been? You all don't know this because you're not my subscribers or anything, probably most of you, but I'm the only person in the world that's been saying that Wall Street controls the crypto. They took over around 2015. Did you hear what he said?
Crypto assets.
The entire crypto ecosystem, it's tech venture capital.
You hear that? Tech venture capital. And once again, remember, people wanted crypto to get away from the bankers. Venture capital is Wall Street, by the way, in case you guys don't know. It's just a different stage. get away from the bankers, right? And the bankers now, they control crypto. I mean, think about it. Do you really believe that when you got a bunch of suckers involved in cryptocurrency, you think that Wall Street's not going to get involved? It's a free-for-all. Are you kidding me? The easiest money they've ever made. Running these exchanges and pumping out these coins and NFTs, right? Let's continue here.
And there's a lot of regulatory uncertainty. There's going to be securities issues with the SEC. There's going to be CFTC issues for trading derivatives. There's going to be banking issues. And if you're a tech VC and you can navigate and parse through that, then those are reasonable risks for you to take. Bitcoin is settled as digital property, right? You don't have those questions. It's pretty obvious what it is. You're buying Bitcoin in lieu of gold, in lieu of the S&P index.
Yeah, you're buying Bitcoin in lieu of gold, in lieu of the S&P index. Now, I'm certainly not a gold bug, but let me tell you something right now. Gold has value. Okay? S&P index, you're buying a well-diversified slice of 500 of the best companies in the U.S. Right? How can he compare assets? One asset is non-productive, gold, but still, it's gold. It's got some value, and it certainly has some utility. I wouldn't buy it as an investment, but it's not going to disappear. And then the S&P index. Can you imagine that? Which, of course, is a productive asset. In fact, the S&P index that generates income as well as a lot of growth. Can you believe this guy? I mean, honestly, there's something wrong with this guy because he's not stupid. I have to believe that he smokes a lot of dope. I have to believe there's something that's affected his mind, some type of narcotics. Really? Really? I mean,
Settled as digital property, right?
Digital property. I mean, when I hear a stupid term like this, it takes me back to the dot-com bubble days, you know? And back then, probably you all don't know this, but there were people that were talking about making computers, setting them up basically so where you could have scent, you could smell, and if somebody had some food, there's something that would trigger from the computer, and you could smell it. You had stupid ideas like that. They were completely impossible at that time. I mean, eventually, I'm sure this will happen, but people were just making stupid pothead types of, thinking that that's going to happen. This was like, 25 years ago.
You don't have those questions. It's pretty obvious what it is. You're buying Bitcoin in lieu of gold, in lieu of the S&P index, or in lieu of just holding large amounts of bonds. I don't think an institutional investor can invest in anything other than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the only crypto asset that passes the Microstrategy test, which is, will it be...
You hear that? It passes the Microstrategy test. He's saying institutions should buy Bitcoin. Wow.
Banned? Will it be copied? Will it be hacked? It's clear it won't be banned. It can't be copied. It hasn't been hacked. Everything else is a venture capital investment. There's going to be a massive shakeout. 99% of these things are going to fail. So I wouldn't tell you not to be a VC. You can invest in one of 10,000 Instagram knockoffs too. You can do it if you're a VC. But if you're an institutional investor and you're considering something in lieu of treasuries or cash on your balance sheet, then Bitcoin is really the only choice.
Wow. I mean, that was November 3rd, 2021. November 3rd. Boy, this guy, he's, it's amazing how these fraudsters, these con artists, these broken clock idiots, they always pick the top, right? They're contrarian indicators. This is the indicator to short Bitcoin. Look at that. This is the exact top. Now you can see this is a weekly chart. So let's go ahead and get a daily. Get a daily. Just see what exactly that was. It's the 7th, 3rd. Yeah, okay. So November 3rd was here. I mean, can you believe that? What a joke. What a clown, man. And so this is pretty bad. I mean, this is a company that he founded. And, I think we went over the numbers before. This company is just kind of a joke, really. And he basically was trying to rescue this company, to make this company relevant through the purchase of Bitcoin. I mean, look at that. Total debt, $2.5 billion. Cash, $92 million. That's getting a little bit tight there. That's a little tight. Short-term debt coverage is going to be, you see, and look at the current ratio, 0.81. It's under 1. This is starting to get a little bit, So I don't know what their whole crypto situation is, but anyway, I just wanted to follow up with this guy. He's such a clown. He's a loser. He's a nutcase, and